Live streaming of the So Hockey Munster Senior A Girls Hockey Final, I should say. We're on to penalties, Christine. It's a nervy time. We've mentioned nerves on a few occasions during this game, but it's a lottery in every sport. Penalty shootout's a lottery. Tell us what's going through the girls' mind at the moment.
I've been in this situation once before, last year in an Irish Trophy final. Now I was one of the lucky ones who didn't have to step up on the day, but it's a nervous situation for those 5 players. Like, you've 8 seconds to score a goal, all the pressure is on you as a keeper. You just kind of have to hold your line, but yeah, a lot will be going through their minds. The girls will be just trying to think what to do, where to go. Some of them will have a set structure or a set play of how they're going to carry the ball and what they want to do. Other players will just react to what the keeper is, how the keeper comes out off her line, I suppose.
Game in regular time finished 1-1. Goals, the Mount Mercy goal coming in the first half from Aoife O'Driscoll. Crescent responding in the second half. They dominated through Leah Cleary, tried to push for the win, but ultimately it's come down to this. You know, it's not a pleasant way to finish a game, but there has to be a finality about it.
Yeah, there has. This has actually happened in the Leinster final and the South East final to date so far. So both the two teams already waiting on the Kate Russell have won on shootouts as well. So it's interesting that the third final to be played has gone to another shootout. We just see the captains there just having a chat with the umpires to deem who's going to go first here.
The close nature of the two sides and in the other finals as well reflects, in my eyes, the high level of quality. And neither team able to break each other down in each one. It's been the same today. A cracking game. Mount Mercy dominated the opening stages, but then Crescent came right back into it, forced their way back into the game with Leah Cleary's goal. We've mentioned the lottery, but I'm going to ask you to stick your neck out. Who's going to do it?
Oh, that's a hard one. As a past pupil of Crescent, I would have to say Crescent, but again, I've seen Crescent take a lot of shuttles just from kind of just umpiring a few matches here and there, like friendly tournaments for them. But I think Mount Mercy are very, very skillful, and as we've seen, Ciara Buckley inside the Mount Mercy goals in the opening half was phenomenal, coming out 3 times to stop a Crescent team. And we just saw there at the end of the match, her sister Emma went on to her at the final whistle just to have a few words of wisdom for her.
We're all set to go here. It's going to be Anna Horn for Crescent taking the first penalty. As Christine mentioned, you've 8 seconds to approach the goal and try and score. And Horn now, as Buckley comes out, Horn flicks it past, takes her time, panicked, and it's a save from Ciara Buckley, and that's advantage Mount Mercy immediately.
Yeah, Ciara Buckley held Anna Horn up really well there. The worst thing a keeper can do in this situation is plant her feet. She just has to keep moving and stick with the ball, and that's what she did.
It's going to be Sarah Murphy, number 6, up from Mount Mercy first, facing Amy Ahern in the Crescent goal, and Murphy flicks it on. Takes a shot quickly, it's blocked away. She still has a bit of time, but it goes wide, and a brilliant save. She tried to flick it over Amy Ahern's head. It's all square after the first 2 penalties.
Yeah, an interesting approach there by Sarah Murphy to go in and try and take a shot against the Crescent keeper. You have to back yourself in that situation, and Sarah did, and she nearly had the chance for the second rebound.
It's going to be Sarah Barry to take Crescent's second penalty here. Just a slight delay in that one. Won't help her nerves, you'd imagine. But Crescent now, and it's Sarah Barry. 0-0 after the first 2 penalties saved. As Christine mentioned, it'll be 5 penalties each as Sarah Barry approaches. Gets the whistle, and in she comes, facing Ciara Buckley. It's another stop from Buckley. Sarah Barry, does she have time to take another one? She does not, and that's another superb save from Ciara Buckley. She showed it during the 60 minutes that she's very, very able to come off her line, cut down the angles, and once again she's done it here.
Yeah, another great save from Ciara inside the goals. Sarah's used to putting that ball onto her stick, GA style, and carrying it in. It didn't work out, so I think that kind of flustered Sarah a little bit there.
Enya O'Donoghue with the next penalty from Mount Mercy, waiting from the signal from the umpires to go in and try and beat Amy Ahern to give Mount Mercy the lead in this penalty shootout. So O'Donoghue now faces her and Ahern off her line. O'Donoghue rounds her. Big chance here from Mount Mercy. Oh, it's just Enya O'Donoghue unable to get a clean strike in it and just hit the outside of the goal.
Yeah, Enya did everything there. She did that to perfection. Minus, she lost a little bit of control just as she rounded the Crescent keeper, and unfortunately her feet couldn't keep up with the ball, and she just put that wide. A big let off for Crescent there.
2 penalties each. Leah Cleary now for Crescent. Goalkeepers on top so far. Cleary coming up close to Buckley. That's a brilliant finish from Leah Cleary. Knew exactly what she wanted to do and how to do it, and Christine ultimately pulls it off and puts Crescent into a vital lead.
Yeah, Leah Cleary seems to be the hero at the moment for Crescent, and a great taken shuttle there. She just calmly kept the ball in her stick, just kept that keeper moving and waited for her to just stop for a second and then calmly push that ball past her into the goal. It's 1-0 Crescent. Saoirse
Griffin now with the Mount Mercy's third penalty. They trail 1-0 to Crescent in this penalty shootout. It's Griffin now. Well, good play again, but Griffin's done brilliantly and keeps her calm after rounding Amy Ahern. She could have went for the early shot. She took her a lot of time, and that's a classy finish from the Mount Mercy captain.
That's a captain's role by Saoirse, and she played that to absolute perfection. Thought she was going to pull it a little bit earlier while Amy was still on the ground with her hand there, but she calmly kept that and played the 8 seconds out.
Aoife Hickey now with Crescent's next penalty. Hickey, patient, blocked initially by Buckley, and blocked again by Buckley, and that's brilliant goalkeeping once again from the Mount Mercy stopper.
At Buckley again, like you've Leah Cleary who's playing a hero's role for Crescent. Buckley has been phenomenal throughout this game for Mount Mercy, and again it stands up to Crescent. Aoife Hickey for the whole 8 seconds.
Leah O'Shea now from Mount Mercy trying to put them into the lead for the first time in this shootout. And she flicked it, it's gone to the left and wide. She tried a kind of tricky little sneaky flick, didn't come off on that occasion, and we're now down to the 5th penalties, 1-1, and it's going to be Elle Sorensen for Crescent.
This is it now. These are the last 2 penalties. If Elle scores here, she puts pressure on the Mount Mercy team to score. If she misses, Mount Mercy take their final shuttle to win it.
Sorensen now approaching Ciara Buckley. She goes to the left, comes back to the right. Sorensen now does brilliantly to finish. She took that extra little touch. It's Crescent with the advantage. Susie Uniacke, I should say. Next up for Mount Mercy, and Christine, it's all or nothing here.
It's all or nothing. This is a big shuttle for Susie Uniacke, and they obviously trust her to put her last. I'm watching the coaches here, and neither team can look, unfortunately, at the moment at this last shuttle. But this is it. If Mount Mercy score, we're into Sunbet. If they miss, Crescent are the champions.
Uniacke now starting down the left hand side. You'd imagine she'll come back onto right, which she does. She beats Amy Ahern. It's gone wide, and Crescent are champions. Brilliant from Amy Ahern in their goals. They've won this via penalty shuttles. Unbelievable scenes here with the Crescent team celebrating. On come to the Crescent fans to celebrate with them. Huge victory for Crescent here, as you see the Crescent coaching staff, Gary Kirby and Cathal Sheehan, with Sean O'Callaghan embracing. They shake the hands with the Mount Mercy, their opposing Mount Mercy coaches. Huge victory for Crescent. Amy Ahern, the hero, along with Elle Sorensen and Leah Cleary, the penalty scorers. Devastation from Mount Mercy. But overall, on the balance of play, Christine, you have to say Crescent deserved it in the end.
Crescent did deserve it. Looking at their second half performance, and even when they went to goal down, they started to push up. A brilliant win for Crescent. Calmly, Elle Sorensen set up and slot that goal in behind him for Amy Ahern just to hold her ground. That was nervous times for those young girls, but a well-deserved victory for Crescent. You have to feel for the Mount Mercy girls though. Like, they pushed up in the first 10 minutes and they got that goal very early on. But unfortunately after that they seemed to kind of sit back and not kind of push for that second. They'll learn from that. They're a young team. They're losing, I think, 4-6 years. But you look at some of their players there that played today, Lauren Cripps, Leo O'Shea, one of the Murphys, like, they're all there again next season. So you won't write off that Mount Mercy team.
Joyous scenes here for the Crescent supporters and the players, coaching staff. A fantastic occasion for girls Senior A hockey in Munster, schools hockey. You know, it's you can see it in the joy in the Crescent players' faces. You can see the fans, party atmosphere here. You know, how far can this Crescent team go?
This Crescent team will be. Some of them already have the experience. Anna Horn was on that Kate Russell team that won, I think, back in 2015. So they They've been defeated the last two finals, and this is their 8th final in a row. They've been hurt the last 2 years by Ursulines 2 years ago, by Mount Mercy last year. So there was a little bit of revenge in their mind, and they did really want to win this, and they do want to represent Munster again at a Kate Russell tournament, which is, I think it's the 21st, 22nd of March, which will be held in St Andrews in Booterstown in Dublin.
Just seeing on that Crescent side, they had plenty of heroes throughout the game, defensively very good, but ultimately it came down to Leah Cleary wearing the number 11 jersey, one of their star attackers. She got the equalising goal, but crucially in the shootout, she was the girl who came to the fore with that first penalty. El Sorensen backed it up, but Leah Cleary game winner.
Yeah, Leah is fantastic. Like, as I said, I mentioned her before the game. Her close-knit skills are absolutely phenomenal, and that pays off in those 1v1 shuttles. You want to have your individual skills for that and a calm head, and that's what Leah has, and she has it in bucket loads. Like, she set off that Crescent team by scoring in a really narrow position on the end line, took her 1v1 very well, and again for El Sorensen to step up there, who as we said is just a very, very calm player. The simple things right, and that's all the Crescent management would have wanted, and she paid them back by scoring and essentially winning the game today for them.
It's victory for Crescent College Comprehensive here in the Gary Duff Sports Centre, thanks to in the So Hockey Munster Senior A Girls School Cup final. They've beaten Mount Mercy on penalty shuttles, finished 1-1 in regular time. As you can see from our images here, it's going to be a party time in Crescent today and tonight. Thanks for tuning in, Sporting Limerick. We'll be back with more action in hockey soon.
They're going to do it. They're doing it down here in front of us.
I've already signed off.